Welcome back to another Tera Plays Tera video. Alright, so today's video we are going to go over Menma's The Dream 2.3-2 patch notes. Now, before we get directly into this video, I do want to talk about a few things. First off, this video is releasing right between the holidays, or right before Christmas, so I do want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, well, I hope whatever holiday you do celebrate, it was a fantastic time. Whether it be Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or whatever you choose to celebrate, I hope it was joyous and that you spent amazing time with your friends and family. And yeah, so the next thing I want to go over is if you're like, why do you sound out of breath at some points? What's going on? I did put a comment out on someone was talking to me. I am actually currently very sick. I have COVID. It's not that bad, but my nose is like completely clogged. So if I'm breathing heavy or I'm just, sounding like shit as we go throughout these patch notes, I apologize. COVID sucks. I hate it. We are getting better. Most of the symptoms are actually gone, so that's fantastic. But my nose is still completely clogged up and I hate it. So it is what it is. I've delayed a few other videos I want to do with voiceovers needing to be done just because, speaking and breathing, it's gross. So, but but that's about it. That's what's up with me, and I hope everyone is having a fantastic holiday season, like I said. And if you don't catch any videos by the new year, I hope you have a fantastic, happy new year, and I'll see you in 2024. But within that, let's get into the PvE dungeon changes, the patch notes of Tera Menma's. And the first two things on this make me so excited to slowly start coming back to Menma's and start learning new content. And that is that Killing Ground and the Crimson Killing Ground have been released. And that is, you can experience the bone-chilling cold within the Killing Grounds at item level 506 and Crimson Killing Grounds at level 512. This dungeon has received various minor changes from what you might remember for anyone who played it on PC. So within me, I've never actually played this dungeon, I never played on retail, so I am super excited to see this dungeon. I've only seen people play it, so I'm very excited about this. Both the dungeons drop frozen cores, which can be used to upgrade your Agaya's rings. And we'll basically go over that a bit later in the patch notes, talk about all the upgrades. Frozen Bahar Sanctum is also being released, and this Bahar grows tepid with the permafrost enchanted lair, and it's available at item level 512. It drops Inferno cores, which can be used to upgrade your Agaya's necklace, and this is kind of what the dungeon's gonna look like, or does look like. Again, I'm super excited to see this. I wonder if they changed his mechs, or if this is just a really cool reskin concept into something more in the future. But I do like this concept that taking current dungeons we have and making them holiday festive. So maybe in the future we'll see other dungeons turn cold or hot during temperature and seasons, maybe not. But I think it's overall a pretty cool idea. Darkreach Citadel Heart, they've reduced the damage of all bosses by 10%. Nightmare Apetus and Nightmare Harvagon have had their attack speed reduced by 10%. Nightmare Tenma, they've reduced the spit laser damage from 1 million down to 900,000. They've increased the amount of materials received through the Vanguard. Instead of getting 20 elemental shards, you get 30, and instead of only 1 blood core, you now get 2 blood cores. For Shadow Sanctuary Hard, for Nightmare Imperator, they reduced the potency of the Unstable Mana buff from 6 to 4% per stack. They've increased the amount of materials received through the Vanguard, being similar to Darkreach Citadel, but it's actually 30 of the piece of Decurion's Experiment, and instead of it being 2 blood cores, it is 3 blood cores. There are leaderboards that have been added for Crimson Killing Ground and Frozen Bahar Sanctum. For rank 1 of Killing Ground, you can get Cryo Champion. Rank 2 and 3, you get Glacial Guardian. And for Bahar, rank 1, Master of the Inferno. Rank 2 and 3, get Harbinger of Flame. Okay, so now we're going to get into the PvP, or PvE elemental accessories, thus being the things that kind of are what we talked about that drop from Killing Grounds and the new Bahar. You can use the Frozen Cores from Killing Grounds and the Inferno Cores from the Frozen Bahar Sanctum, and you can upgrade your Agaia's Rings and Agaia's Necklace respectively. These accessories offer higher stats on the Enigment options. Note that when upgrading, etchings and fusions will not carry over. So you will have to grind out your infusions again, and etchings, I'm gonna be honest, I believe everyone has a stack on Menmas unless you're a new player. You can get a lot of jewelry etchings pretty easily. But it is worth to note that if you don't have a lot of infusions, or you don't have perfect infusions yet, maybe hold off on getting perfect if you want to get your, jewelry upgraded. So we do have 2 events going on Menmas, and that is the Blitz Barrage. This period is from December 19th to February 1st. It is a battleground, and you engage in the Blitz Barrage, a thrilling all-new battleground available for a limited time. In this battleground, 2 teams of 10 compete to fight over a single central pyre. Those who regain victorious will receive Blitz Barrage Coin, which can be traded with the Snazzle in Baldaran for rewards. So the team size is 10. You can have 2 healers on each team. The queue limit is solo or duo, so you can only queue with yourself and another friend. And the win conditions is first to 5,000 points. Blitz Barrage isn't your normal battleground. The Elementia delegation are investigating an odd occurrence which makes the combatants of Blitz Barrage emanate with the unique properties that can be found in other parts of Arborea. All skill cooldowns are decreased by 80%. Certain skill cooldowns have been adjusted for balancing purposes. So for Zerks, your Thunder Strike and Cyclone also have increased charge speed. Mystics, Summon Thrall Lord has been increased in damage. Thrall of Vengeance cannot be used at all. Ninjas, Harmony's Burning Heart no longer applies a stagger or pushback to enemies hit. Priests, Energy Stars cannot be used at all. Plague of Exhaustion no longer applies a debuff that raises enemies' cooldowns. Slayer, they decrease the overall damage by 7%, and Exhausting Blow cannot be used. Valkyrie, any skill hits generates Ragnarok points. Dark Herald, Acer's Might no longer applies on enemies. And there is a leaderboard for this event. That being rank 1 will give you Blitz Barrage Grand Champion, while rank 2 and 3 give you Blitz Barrage Champion. There is also the Snowbard Sabotage event, lasting December 12th all the way to January 16th. Hitting a player with a snowball now triggers the effect after stacking 10 times. Increase the duration of the snowball effect from 30 to 60 seconds. When Tera Snowfield, they've added a red visual effect to players with the thermal layer shield active. They lowered the cooldown of the hot cider from 80 or 180 and I believe the way it's worded, I'm gonna assume they brought it all the way from 180 down to 35. I do apologize, I'm not the biggest into PvP. They may have just lowered it by 35 seconds, is what they might. But if you go in, you'll see it's either lowered by, it's like 150 or it's 35 seconds. They removed the stinky snow pile. They've disabled the ability to join a in progress when Tera Snowfield match, and they fixed an issue which caused the Vanguard quest rewards to revert into last year's rewards. Alright, so now we're going to go over class changes. There's an overall note for PvP Champion Skyrim. They've removed the passage which provided cooldown reduction for skills with a less than 60-second cooldown based on class. For Adrenaline Rush, it's 15%, and for Traverse Cut, it is 7%. Alright, now the actual overall, each individual class. Archer, your Rain of Arrows. For PvP Champion Skyrim, they've reverted a previous change which reduced damage of skill by 15%. This change is still present on all other battlegrounds. For Brawler, Divine Wrath PvP, they've enabled the skill in all battlegrounds besides Champion Skyrim. For Rhythmic Blows, they've replaced a hidden mechanic where the skill's damage was increased based on how low your HP is with a flat 15% damage increase regardless of HP count. This is a result in 1.8 damage increase for those playing a DPS role, and a 0.9% damage increase for those in a tank role. For Gunner, your Arcane Barrage. In PvP, they've increased the interior advancement damage from 20% to 50%. And this fixes an issue where Arcane Barrage becomes worse during MWS by approximately 20%. Now, during MWS, it will be better by 23.5%. For MWS itself, PvP Champion Skyrim, they reduced the damage during the effect by 10%. For Lancers, your Adrenaline March now regenerates 100 RE per second while active. This will not allow you to cast Guardian Barrier forever, and they've improved the tooltip. For Rallying Cry, PvP Champion Skyrim, they've reverted the previous change to not apply Rallying Cry to allies at all. Instead, the effect now applies for 3.5 seconds. This is roughly half the duration of Rallying Cry's original timing. For Wallop PvE, they've increased the initiate crit scaling from 1 all the way up to 1.21. This will allow Lancers Wallop to crit more consistently while also improving their personal damage output. And the devs monitored it, and they realized that push. Lancers, from what I understand, always had crit issues, so that's good to see that they're investigating stuff like that. So, alright, next we're gonna get into just overall general content changes. They've added a Dragonborn Underwear ticket to the following dungeons. Dreadspire, and it'll have a 100% drop rate from Chandra Manaya. Velik Sanctuary Heart, it has 35% drop rate from Nightmare Lunkon. From Crimson Killing Grounds, a 15% drop rate from Nightmare Gardon. Frozen Bahar Sanctum, it has a 15% drop rate from Bahar. From Lumika's Dream Heart, 15% drop rate from Nightmare Luminica. And then from Grotto of Lost Souls Heart, it has a 15% drop rate from Nightmare Kylos. They've enabled the story quest for Bahar Sanctum as a 512, Bahar. And they've increased the guild level cap from 320 all the way up to 350. Next we have Aran's Legacy, where they've added the following possibilities to daily missions, thus being Crimson Killing Grounds, Frozen Bahar, and Normal Killing Grounds, all in their respective tiers. And then we have some new achievements. A new achievement has started. We are now on Season 5. They've updated the max amount of points to reflect all the changes made in this patch. They've added the following achievements for Killing Ground: Zerker's End, defeat Gardon in Killing Grounds. One Big Axe to Grind, defeat Gardon 10 times in Killing Grounds. And Given the Chop, defeat Gardon 30 times in Killing Grounds. And for that one, you get a reward title. of Usper, and a reward item being Garden's Axe. They've added the following achievements for Crimson Killing Grounds. Notably, completing all the achievements awards you with a unique cosmetic. Fridge Breeze, defeat Nightmare Gardon in Crimson Killing Grounds. The Axe can't even chop wood, defeat Nightmare Gardon in Crimson Killing Grounds without dying, and this rewards you with Garden's body armor. Endless Power is overrated, defeating Nightmare Gardon in Crimson Killing Grounds within 6 minutes, and you'll get his helmet. Execute's Executed, defeat Nightmare Gardon in Crimson Killing Grounds 50 times, and you get a title Frozen Solid along with his cape. Lastly, Down with the Tyrant. If you complete all the above achievements, you will get a title called Tyrannicity, and you receive the Bloody Icicle back accessory, which you can see a little video image of it right there. They've also added the following achievements to Frozen Bahar Sanctum. Encounter Bahar's Souls. So if you defeat Bahar in the Frozen Sanctum 77 times, you'll be rewarded with a Harmouth mount. And that is a picture of the mount right there. As well as, they moved all the other related Bahar Sanctum achievements to their proper categories. And you can also receive a Back to Life, Back to the Beginning Angry. Defeat both Nightmare Gardon Killing Grounds and Bahar in Frozen Bahar Sanctum 50 times, and you'll receive Fire Lord's Frost, which is a very pretty blue set of orbs, or frozen orbs, kind of like Bahar's Fire Orbs, but now frozen. They've also added new Blitz Barrage category, and added achievements for winning 80 times. Completing the achievement awards a unique title depending on your class, and if you would like, you can pause and see all of those titles right here. As well as they're addressing the situation with a win at Blitz Barrage 100 times rewards an item, the Champion's Crown. They've also adjusted Civil Unrest achievements. All classes now receive a unique title for completing the 1000 Civil Unrest kill achievements. Brawler, Lancer, and Priest have had their kill requirements reduced to 100 for the Informative achievement. Mystic's kill requirement is 50. They've adjusted Freywind Canyons, the Freywind 500 achievement, and renamed it to the Freywind King. Now requires you to win 250 times, and the reward is a Champion's Crown. Crosshair Stronghold and Shorehold achievements have been depreciated. Next, we'll get into a bunch of PvP specific changes, and more like PvP Battleground changes for the first one. So they have closed a Battleground. The following Battleground is being closed, and that is Shorehold. For leaderboards, they've removed Lock on Sword. It's untradeable for the Triumph Trophy token. They removed the Infinity Mask token, the Onset Mask token, and the Medal of Conflict from rewards. They have changed rewards from Champion Skyring, Freywinds Canyon, Gridiron as follows. So the overall rankings: for rank 1 you get a Triumph Trophy, Murderous Intent 1 potion. Instead of 5 you'll get 10 Dawn and Dusk boxes, and you'll get 15 Sky Coins. For rank 2, you'll get Murderous Intent 2 potion, and instead of 3 Dawn and Dust boxes, you now get 8, along with 10 Sky Coins. For ranks 3 to 5, you'll get Murderous Intent 3 potion, and you'll get 7 Dawn and Dust boxes instead of 2, along with 5 Sky Coins. For rank 6 to 10, you'll get Murderous Intent 4 potion. Instead of only 1 of each box, you will get 6 Dawn and Dust boxes. As well as class rankings, rank 1 gets 6 of each box, rank 2 and 3 gets 5, while ranks 4 through 10 only get 4, ranks 11 through 20 get 2, ranks 21 through 50 get 1 Dawn and Dust box. Next, we have some PvP rally changes, and we're going to start with Argonus on Sundays. They changed the rewards as following. So rank 1, instead of 20 you get 30 sky coins. Instead of 3 you get 5 dawn and dust boxes, along with 3,500 Astrum coin. For rank 2 you get 20 sky coin instead of 15. And instead of 2 you get 4 of each box, along with 2,500 Astrum coin. For rank 3 you get 15 sky coin. Instead of 1 dawn dust box you get 3, and then 2,000 Astrum coin. Rank 4, they have been nice enough to bring all the ranks up to make rank 4 have 10 sky coin, 1 of each dawn and dust box, along with 1,000 Astrum coin. Next we have the PvP Sky Coin Shop, being you can buy the lock-on sword tradable for 200 sky coins. They've added Ice Essence and Fire Essence for 60 sky coins each. Fire Essence increases your PvP attack by 5%, while Ice Essence gives you 5 PvP defense. 5% PvP defense, let me correct that. The item will expire after 7 days and can stack with the Murderous Intent. Both Essence can be used at the same time and do not override each other. There is a depreciate daily mission for gathering sky coins, and the NPC related to this daily mission in the Sky Castle has been removed. And the last thing we'll go over in this patch note is just the overall miscellaneous changes along with some bug fixes. So they've added an entry expansion scroll for the Killing Grounds, Crimson Killing Grounds, and Frozen Bahar Sanctum available for the Ashram or from the Ashram coin shop. Killing Grounds and Crimson Killing Grounds scrolls are worth 10,000 Astrum coin, while the Frozen Bahar Sanctum are 15,000 Astrum coin. The Training Grounds Claw Rider now has an infinite endurance debuff and a Kaya's Mark. They've added a teleport option for Killing Grounds and Frozen Bahar Sanctum from Baldera's Gate. It replaced the medium guild reward chests with decrepit items with Draco Limbone. It reverted a previous change which added extra hair colors to Maruma. They've also replaced ambiguous atmospheres with normal atmospheres. I'm not going to be able to say but yeah, they did that. They should fix issues where items with that item wouldn't be searchable if you included that name. And they fixed an issue where gingerbread pets and NPCs loaded a different model. So that is all the patch notes. I hope you've enjoyed. If you got any questions, feel free to ask me. I will do my best to get back to you. As I said, I do plan to jump back into playing more Menmas. After we start the new year, I do want to pick up live streaming, and I do plan to live stream Menmas along with a few other games, but I really just want to kick this cold and, you know, dive into it again. But as always, again, I can't thank this community enough for being as supportive as you all have been. I do hope you have a fantastic holiday, as I said in the beginning of the video. And within that, I hope you all have a fantastic day or night. As always, I hope to see you in Aboria, gamers.